I took piano lessons as a young person and I hated it. I guess it wasn't as much the piano playing that I hated as the hours I would have to spend in each week practicing that led to my disinterest. These hours were tedious and consisted of more grumbling and complaining than actual playing. I eventually convinced my parents to let me quit, and I thought the instruction had been pointless until I started playing flute as a 5th grader in school. I found myself remembering the notes and rhythms that I had learned before. I have long since been involved in music, participating in band and choir throughout my years of schooling. I've experienced firsthand the benefits of music outlined by the research of Eddy, Wilson, Fletcher, Hallam, Hansen, and Bernstorff, and countless others. Society's dependence on music is blatantly apparent. We barely get our seatbelts on in the car before we reach to turn on the stereo. Some see our culture's reliance on music to fill a void as destructive to the generation. They believe it blocks social interaction. I would dare to disagree. Music creates better learners, cultivates our emotions, and distinguishes the individual to become stronger in their interactions, character, and health, making it a welcome addition to each day. For many of us, the benefits of music increase as we head off to school. It has been found that learners of music are better students overall. First, music helps memory. Judy Fletcher said in The Educational Benefits of Using Music in the Classroom that this is because the rhythm engages the cerebellum in the left hemisphere of the brain, and the melody engages the right hemisphere. Since there are various memory centers that work together in the brain, this process increases memory. Therefore, by learning a simple strumming pattern, different areas of my brain are being engaged and memory is being boosted. And learning rhythm with any kind of instrument can increase memory. Also, the effects of learning music are seen across the advancement of several subjects. Fletcher claims that mathematical skills are improved by using music in the classroom. She says research has proven that students who play a musical instrument increase their math ability. Language is also increased. When it is involved in music, as we sing in other languages, as we use rhyme and rhythm sequences, and poetry and literature are often used as lyrics in songs. Elaine Bernstorff and D. Hansen relayed this literature link in an article in the Music Educator's Journal. They stated that music affected phonological awareness, or the ability to focus on the individual sounds in spoken words. It also affected phonemic awareness, or the ability to identify and manipulate phonemes. It helped with sight identification, as sight words are the most frequently used and repeated words in the English language. It helped with orthographic awareness, which is using the visual system to form, store, and recall words. It helped with cueing systems awareness, and these cueing systems include meaning, structure, and visual. And lastly, it affected fluency, which is the ability to express oneself easily and articulately. Perhaps most surprising is the link of music to history. Popular music was found to improve students' attitudes towards history and subject matter knowledge in a study done by Music Influence. According to Israel Eddy and Janelle D. Wilson in The Influence of Music on Core Learning. Music is a motivator for students. Eddy and Wilson also stated that this study clearly answered questions concerning the theory that music does serve as a motivational force for children. There are many modern cultural tie-ins linking music with learning. A well-known modern example would be the Broadway show entitled Hamilton, which follows the life of a historical figure, Alexander Hamilton. Kid shows also seek to add music to learn, as seen in Sesame Street and various PBS kids shows. Once the foundations of knowledge are set, we see more growth in a more abstract area, namely the emotions. Music, in short, is an emotion maker. Music in general makes us feel better. According to Judy Fletcher in October of 2014, MRIs of a patient listening to music show that music lights up the entire brain, which connects to or evokes positive feelings. Pharrell's song entitled Happy is a perfect example as to why music is important. It can help us smile, laugh, and dance when we are otherwise out of sorts. Music can be used to echo our emotions or to help us connect with others emotionally. Fletcher says that emotional responses can also be negative. Think about movie soundtracks and how they connect us with the character's emotions. Susan Hallam points to this idea. In adolescence, music makes a major contribution to the development of self-identity and is seen as a source of support when young people are feeling troubled or lonely. Music also helps us connect to others emotionally. Hallam also mentions to the International Journal of Music Education that music has been linked to the capacity to increase emotional sensitivity. The recognition of emotions in music is related to emotional intelligence. The complex impact of music on the emotions is also seen in other facets of the individual. Music knowledge leads to extreme personal growth. Social skills are introduced and reinforced. According to Hallam, participating in musical groups promotes friendship with like-minded people, self-confidence, social skills, social networking, a sense of belonging, teamwork, self-discipline, a sense of accomplishment, cooperation, responsibility, commitment, mutual support, bonding to meet group goals, increase concentration, and provides an outlet for relaxation. And also working in small groups requires the development of trust and respect and skills of negotiation and compromise. When you're in a choir, you are working as a group, same as being in a band. It's not about how an individual sounds, but how the whole group sounds. I personally have seen the benefits of music. I was a very shy person growing up. I didn't like to branch outside of my comfort zone. I like to kind of stay in my own little bubble, and music has helped with that. I've been able to connect with people that are interested in the same areas that I'm interested in. Self-confidence is also boosted through music, as is creativity. Susan Hallam voices her knowledge in this area as well. She says playing an instrument can lead to a sense of achievement, an increase in self-esteem, increased confidence, persistence in overcoming frustrations when learning is difficult, self-discipline, and provides a means of self-expression. I have played flute and piano, and I have recently been learning the ukulele, and I would say that it definitely leads to a sense of accomplishment. Learning one song can make you feel very accomplished, and it helps you to learn many things socially and helps increase your self-confidence. You feel better knowing that you know something that others might not know. Turning to previously completed studies, Helen finds further support for her claims. She says that Kalmar studied the effects of singing a musical group play twice weekly for 3 years on preschool children of 3 to 4 years of age, and found that these children scored higher than controls on creativity, had higher levels of abstraction, and showed greater creativity in improvised puppet play. They also demonstrated better motor development. High school and university music students scored higher on tests of creativity than non-music majors, this being particularly marked in those with more than 10 years of music education. Surprisingly, music even helps us physically. Learning to play an instrument enhances fine motor coordination, as you have to use your fingers to pluck strings or to push down buttons on certain things. You are forced to use motors that otherwise would not be used. There may be particular health benefits for singing in relation to the immune system. Breathing, adopting good posture, improved mood, and stress reduction. So those are the specific benefits of singing. But we thrive as a whole by letting music become important to our daily lives. Music begins its impact early on students, and as music education continues, it leads to growth of the emotions and the growth of the individual as a whole. So what can you do to better yourself? I encourage you to not just listen to music, but to learn it. Perhaps learn a musical instrument, participate in a local choir, or for the schedule heavy, download a music theory app to play on your phone. In short, a culture built on music will flourish. Music is a constant. While its style and expression may change, music will not lose its relevance or importance.